Okay.
And waiting for, there it goes, says we're live. Great. Hi
Okay.
there. This is Brian Cummings with the E-commerce Business School, and I'm the Director of Training and Development. You are viewing the Voice of E-commerce. That's our public-facing video arm and podcasting arm of the E-commerce Business School. And today is day 3 of our big 4-day grand opening. We're celebrating with a brand new free membership that's available to you, the viewer. Um, our goal is to display by these calls that we are real people and that we have a go-giving community that supports and empowers each other. I'm thrilled to have all of you watching this right now. We want to take your business to the next level with the addition of this Voice of E-commerce. And you can connect with our free membership by going to joinebs.com, joinebs.com. I'm here today with EBS member Deborah Blevins. I have fun working with Deborah. We get to work together on some of the coaching calls that we do, as well as the live events. I'm thrilled to have this interview with her and to kind of show her off to our community. She's been doing some great things, not only with selling products on Amazon, but also with building her own brand in store and internet presence. So welcome very much, Deborah.
Thank you, Brian. I'm glad to be able to be here with you.
Why don't we start with how you came into ANSIG's e-commerce business school community?
Sure. I have always been an entrepreneur at heart while working another job. So um, I have a special needs daughter, and my husband is also disabled. And so I was at the point where I was looking for something to do online. We have done a little bit online with eBay through the years, but I've always been curious about Amazon and was wondering, how do you sell items on Amazon? So lo and behold, I saw Anne's advertisement on Facebook, and so I watched it and thought about it and watched it again and thought about it, like a lot of people do, I think, and look at it and you wonder, okay, is this person for real? Are they a real person that's going to care about you and care about you actually being able to do a good job, or are they just a salesperson? Because I've been there, done that, like I'm sure a lot of people have, and probably have been burnt, and I have. So therefore, I was kind of cautious, and so she just really seemed like she was genuine. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to give it a try. And so I went ahead and signed up for the Shop Your Way to Wealth to begin with. And I'm going to share a kind of a funny story of what happened and what kind of convinced me that you guys were for real and that you weren't a fly by night group. I had signed up for it and went ahead and submitted the payment, and it seemed like the payment didn't go through. And so I did it again and again. It ended up going through 5 times.
Well, thank you.
And Sharon, at the home office, she actually called me on my phone and said, I think you've been charged like 3 or 4 times. And I went, oh my gosh, this is a real person calling me and they're being honest. And I was like, wow, now this is really nice. And I got to talking to her, and she was such a sweet person. And we connected immediately. And I thought, wow, they are so honest, and I truly appreciate that. And from there on out, I was like, okay, this is a group I want to be a part of. So I went ahead and signed up for it. And we were getting ready to go on vacation. So after I got back from vacation, I actually signed up for the 5-day thing in April. And so I ended up coming to that in Minnesota, where you were having the Shop Your Way to Wealth, the book flipping, and numerous other for 5 days. And it was really awesome, but overwhelming to me at that time. But what I really appreciate too is that you all have a back office that I can go in and I can watch all the recordings, because you record everything. That is such a big help to me, because I cannot remember everything that's all crammed in my brain, which I'm sure most people are like that. So to have the convenience of being able to go back through and watch all the recordings, and it's so explanatory. And then you also have online the Facebook groups that if I've forgotten something and can't find it, I can go on there and ask. And all of you that are mentors and trainers are also willing to answer all of my questions that I have, including a lot of the people that are members that have been with the group for a long time that know a lot of the answers. And it has been such a big help to me. And so that first training was a great, great training, and I learned a lot. But because I'm an on-hands person where I love to be there at the event, plus you get a lot of extra free stuff there when you go to the events, which I really appreciated. But I'm the person that I have to do things over and over again. I know not everybody is like that, but I am. And so I actually ended up signing up for the July event and then also later on for the August event, the trifecta in July. Mm-hmm.
So just to let everybody know, you're actually talking about 3 different events.
Yes.
And you came to our summit,
Mm-hmm.
which is a 3-day event. Plus, there was a live Shop Your Way to Wealth workshop and I think a book flipping workshop that you came to
Yes.
as well on that. So you had the 3-day summit where we cover all things about being in e-commerce, and it's quite a community networking event as well, plus 2 trainings there, specific trainings. Then you came to our trifecta, which is 3 trainings. And I know
Mm-hmm.
you repeated Shop Your Way to Wealth, and you repeated the book flipping at that.
Mm-hmm.
And then our e-commerce funnel mastery, which is a different kind of training. And that
Yes.
has to do with building a store and promoting your store and sending traffic. And I'm looking at this wonderful yellow banner behind you. And I know that something happened at that event that kind of gave birth to this.
Yes. Well, I met Cody.
Cody Neer. Mm-hmm.
Cody Neer. And so I became excited about what he was sharing about having an online store aside from and with the Amazon selling, because you can have an online print on demand. Also, they call it a Shopify store because it's not just print on demand. You can add your own products on there too, which really, really interested me because it's more of almost a hands-off business after once you get it started and get it going well. You have to tweak a little bit with advertising or organic advertising, whichever kind, which both advertising of that kind of advertising is great to use. But why it was, they ask you to find your niche. So my niche, I already knew automatically, was going to be my daughter and people that are special needs. Because that's near and dear to my heart. So I knew I would be passionate about that. And so therefore, I ended up naming my store Special Needs Blessings, and then that's with a Z on the end instead of an S, just to throw a little curve. And then my daughter, she does art. She loves to paint, color, make crafts. And so we are actually going to add, once we get the store running well, we're going to add some of her art on there to sell, and we call it autistic art. Some of her art that she does, I have behind here also, are the 2 little signs below where she does the sort of, it's not really painting, it's more of like coloring in a way, but those are some things that will be one-of-a-kind items, and we're going to have her to sign it. And she loves doing that. And she is interested in trying to share her art with others. Some other things that she does are the things that you put on your windows that the light shines through and that you stick them on there. So that's just one of them. She loves to do all kinds of different things like butterflies. Thank you. And so, and another thing, and she's eventually going to when we do our online Facebook lives, we're going to do some other things that we were taught how to do by Sandy Sandler, and that is some bows. We actually bought what she has created is a Bowdabra, and we bought that, and we're going to have her to create her own bows and things like that. But we're also thinking about doing some craft shows. So we have numerous things that we have drawn from everything that we've done, that I've done through the e-commerce. It's just given me so many ideas of things to do. But our print on demand store, what we're doing with that is we will have different t-shirts, mugs, hats, jewelry, different things like that we will be putting art on. And we have already done some designing. My husband is helping me. He is really good with the computer and actually has done a little bit of designing. And so he and I have put together some designs for shirts and different things. And I have a few of those. My daughter is high functioning autistic, and she loves this design. We're going to put it on a shirt, and it's called Autistically Beautiful.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and she really loves that one. And so that's one of them. Another one, we're also focusing on special needs teachers. And so we did a design that's a very blessed teacher of very special students. That's another little design. And we're trying to focus on, a lot of different people that autism and all the disabilities affect, so that if they would like to purchase a t-shirt or something like that, and this one has to do with bus drivers, I think a lot of times they're left out. And so I thought that would be sweet to do one for bus drivers. But not only autism, we are also doing for Down syndrome. This one is I love someone with Down syndrome.
Those are beautiful. And your husband did the art?
He helped me with it. We both kind of put it together in our minds, and he's the one that actually knows how to do it on the computer. So he did the part on the computer. We both came up with ideas, and he researched the free artwork that you can get on the computer on the internet.
So he's not an artist.
Well, I don't know. He actually has done some designs on his own. He has a very beautiful one that he did to do with veterans, because his dad was a veteran. So he actually did design that one, but it's computer designing. So he probably is an artist.
Okay.
So yes.
Let me check in here. I see we have several people watching, Candida and Sarah. Sarah said she's straining to hear me, and I just kind of adjust my mic. So Sarah, okay, if I'm still real light, please let me know. And thank you. Oh, so what's your plans? I mean, this is your first Q4, and you're selling products on Amazon and doing very well. I know that you had a sales goal that you kind of blew right through for the quarter. Yeah. And you have to jump those numbers up. What are your plans for next year? Are you going to focus on both Amazon and Special Needs Blessings?
Yes, I am, because I don't want my Amazon to go downhill on me. I'm also doing a little bit of book flipping, not as much, but eventually I will probably up that a little bit too. And, but yes, I am planning on doing both. Now that my husband has stepped in to help me a lot, he's going to help me a lot with my Shopify store to get it going very well. And that way I can still concentrate on doing the Amazon shopping. Some of it I do online, and then some of it I do in the stores. So I do a combination of both. And then in the meantime, I'll be looking for some book sales to try to be prepared a little bit for the upcoming sales in January and February for the school books and different things like that. So, so yes, he is helping me a lot, and that's been a blessing to me. Otherwise, I probably would have to back down a little bit off of the Amazon to concentrate on my store, because I do want to get that up and running as soon as possible. It kind of is up, but it's not really tweaked yet. So we have some designing to do on the storefront and to get that going, and also some advertising, which I learned a lot of organic advertising from Sandy Sandler when I took the retail social media mentorship from her. And that has helped me a lot. It just really complements my Shopify store. And she is the queen of retail social media.
Isn't she?
And she is. She's really helped me tremendously. Taught us how to do Facebook Lives, how to even do YouTube, and share all that on the different social medias. So that's been fun. She taught us how to do memes. A meme is more or less just a picture of something that you've added something funny to that can promote your Facebook or your .com store. And one of the memes that we used was just something that we had already experienced. My daughter has a service dog. And so we went to the Columbus, Ohio Zoo. And at the zoo, we took pictures, of course. And so one of the pictures we used in the meme was our dog who was greeting a bear. And so here is that, if you can see it. I don't know how well you can see it.
I can't read the text on it.
Okay, what the text says, here's our little dog right here, and here's the bear. So the bear is saying, hello there, and our little dog is just saying, you want to play? So, just something funny like that, and so many different things like that. And she also taught us how to do posts on using different things. And so I did an autism post, and this is one of the posts. And again, I know it's probably not as easy to see, but what that's talking about is autism and its friends. What do they look like? And it's just telling you the different things that autism has, like ADHD, OCD, anxiety. Anxiety is a big one with special needs kids and adults. And so it's just showing you different percentages. And so I've began having a following on our Facebook Special Needs Blessings page. And it's just been really sweet and special to communicate with those parents, grandparents, anybody that have been touched by special needs children. And so she just teaches you how to share that with them without necessarily cramming it down somebody's throat, just doing it casually.
Yes.
Because I've never been that kind of a salesperson anyway. And I don't like to be sold that way. And I don't feel like I was with Ann. I think she just did it sweetly and casually, and it got me interested.
So you're building a business that is wrapped around something that is deeply meaningful to you, personal to you. And then you're getting to do it in a style that is in integrity and in alignment with your values, the way that you'd want to be treated.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot that's available to people, and people can build businesses in e-commerce in a lot of different ways. And I really appreciate the way that you're doing it and making it work for you. And then also you and your husband get to work together as a team. You both have different strengths. So
right. Really, even though he's disabled and he can't be out in the workforce like he used to be, he still has value, and he can still help, bring in income for our family, because I know a lot of times when you become disabled, you can become depressed or something like that. And this kind of business can help those even that are disabled, because you can do online shopping. You don't have to go out in the stores, or you can design these kind of shops. And for him, it's been, very special that he can feel valued in our home. And I'm not the only one out there, working and making, an income for our family.
Well, it's been delightful talking to you. I've known about special needs blessings, but I just like hearing the background information so much that I wasn't aware of.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our members?
Well, what I would like to share is um, everyone is different and everybody's life is different. So sometimes when you start this business, you can come out of the gate running, and sometimes you can't. For me, I wasn't able to just go gung ho like I would have maybe a few years ago before my daughter came into our life. At that time, I was, of course, younger, but also, my husband wasn't disabled and those kind of things. So don't become discouraged because it may take you a little longer. Even though I started in April, I actually didn't have my first sale on Amazon till June. So I've actually only been selling on Amazon since June because my daughter has been hospitalized 4 times this year, and we've been in the ER at least 4 times. So therefore, I can't go as fast as others. Candida, who I've got to know at some of the events, she was able to take off amazingly, and I'm proud of her for that. But learning not to allow, because someone else can go faster than you, not allow it to discourage you, but to encourage you. Because when I get on our Facebook groups, everybody is there encouraging each other, and I so appreciate that, including all of you that are teaching us and mentoring us. And you're being patient with us when we can't move as fast as maybe some of the others. But yes, my goal for the fourth quarter was to be selling at least $5,000 worth on Amazon. Well, let's see, this is November. In the middle of November, I actually bypassed that goal already. So I'm about 5,200. So I'm resetting my goal to about 7,000. Now, if I don't actually reach 7,000, I'm going to be okay with that. Goals are important. You may not always reach them, but you reevaluate and then you take off again. Don't let them discourage you. Just keep on going. Ask for advice, ask for help. That's why I like our little times that you guys, are there to answer questions for us. And that's been such a help to me. And I've enjoyed being in there with Christy and all the other people that are asking good questions, because sometimes I come in not knowing what questions to ask. So I just come in and listen to their questions, and the questions and answers help me tremendously. So yeah, just if I leave with anything, don't become discouraged. Just keep on keeping on and you'll be okay. You'll be able to do it. It's really been an encouragement to me, and everybody in this group are encouragers and they want you to succeed. They really do. Yes. And yes. I believe that in my heart, that in your heart, you guys want us to succeed.
Yep. That's how we know that we're succeeding as a team here on EBS, when our members succeed.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. This has been a wonderful time with you, and so appreciative that you're willing to spend part of your Sunday here on this holiday weekend.
You're welcome, Brian. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Deborah. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
And for those of you watching here, if you're interested in learning more, go to joinebs.com, join EBS, and please come check us out. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.